In this driving lesson video, we're going to look at how to set yourself up in the car before you turn the keys. So presuming you've closed all doors securely, the first thing you should do is adjust the seat. So in the first instance, this can be done by sliding the bar underneath the seat, and this will help bring the seat in closer to the dashboard or perhaps further away if you're a bit taller. We can also adjust the back to make it a little more straight or to tilt it back a small bit. And also with the seat, on some cars there is an adjuster to the base so that the seat will go higher and lower with this adjuster, as you can see here. You can test that the seat is in far enough by pressing the clutch in fully. And when you press the clutch in fully, there should still be a gentle bend in your left leg. It shouldn't be an uncomfortable stretch to put the clutch in fully. The headrest should be adjusted as well to make sure that the middle of the back of your head is in line with the thickest part of the actual headrest. This will allow you maximum security and safety in the hopefully unlikely event of a collision or a crash. After the seat has been adjusted, the next thing to check is the mirrors. So if we start with the rear view mirror, you should see the entirety of the back window as you look in your rear view mirror, so that when you just glance up from a normal driving position, you can see everything out the back window clearly. If you're going to adjust it, you're better off doing it with two hands. Your left hand at the top left of the rear view mirror and your right hand at the bottom right, and just adjust it slowly and subtly so that you can make the necessary adjustments to suit your seating position. Then we have the side mirrors. You should see a small bit of the car in the side mirrors and one door handle usually, and that one door handle should be fairly low down. You don't want to see too much of the car, because if you see too much of the car, you're not going to see enough behind you, so you may miss a cyclist or a car coming behind you. So having the side mirrors set up in this way allows you to minimize blind spots and see more, and therefore make it safer for you as a driver. In terms of moving the side mirrors, you can do that here on this Opel Corsa anyway, electronically. So there's an L and R button here, as you can see, to adjust the left and right mirror, and the little mouse adjuster moves it left, right, up and down. So it should be moved to suit your own driving position, seating position. The next thing then is to make sure that the gear stick is in neutral, because you should only start the car when the gear stick is in neutral, so it doesn't jolt forward. You can check this by moving the gear stick, and if it doesn't move freely, it's still in gear. But when you bring it down to the center and give it a shake, it should move freely enough, and then you're in neutral. You should ensure that the handbrake is up fully before you start, and of course make sure your seatbelt is on and is securely fastened. The next thing you do then when you're setting things up in the car is to have a look at the wheel, your steering wheel. There should be a gentle bend in your elbows, and you shouldn't be stretching to reach the wheel. On most cars, you will be able to adjust this by using a control just underneath the wheel, and by pulling such a control down, it will allow the wheel to loosen, and therefore you can move it in and out and up and down, so it will suit you. So there should be a gentle bend in your elbows, and you should be able to see the dashboard clearly as well, so the top of the wheel shouldn't be blocking your view of the dashboard. An easy way to remember this is by thinking of the word solo. S-O-L-O, and each letter stands for various thing you have to adjust. So the S would stand for seat, to adjust the seat, to bring it in closer, to maybe make it a bit higher. The O would refer to observation, so you would observe the mirrors to make sure that they're set up properly, the rear view and the two side mirrors, that they're properly adjusted. The L then is a shape, so you would do an L like this. You would make an L with your finger like that. That would cover the gear stick to make sure it's in neutral, the handbrake to ensure that it's up fully, and the seatbelt to ensure that it's fastened. And the final O then refers to more so a shape rather than a word, and that is the O of the steering wheel, so that you would adjust the steering wheel as needed. So that's solo. That's an easy way to remember all the various parts, so you can do a proper check before you turn the keys. S for seat, O for observing the mirrors, L for neutral, handbrake and belt, and the final O then is the steering wheel.